California, Montgomery, and we are at Six Flags Fright Fest. We're really excited. We're gonna test out some haunted houses. Mia, this has become a tradition. Are you ready, girl? I think I'm ready, but we're
Louis, I know you're listening right now.
2, 1.
Halfway through the week, it is Wednesday, and welcome to KSAT News Now, streaming and podcasting from the KSAT 12 newsroom, as we do every weekday.
Wednesday means halfway through the week. So
Yes.
are you ready to get spooked? Meteorologists Sarah Spivey and Mia Montgomery will take us inside Six Flags Fright Fest and show us what you can expect this Halloween. That video is hilarious.
Yes, definitely a scream there, and a lot of fun reactions from both those two. We'll check that out. And here we go again. People are talking about yet another taco showdown between San Antonio and Austin, but this actually comes after a list that came out that ranks a lot of new taco spots across the state. So we'll
I'm
jump into the
actually,
debate.
interested in that because do you remember, what was it, a few weeks ago that Yelp only named one
Right.
restaurant here?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that was whack. This one here, so I know I've interviewed the author of this, so yeah, he's pretty spot on, but still.
All right. Plus, earning your miles by simply sipping your coffee. And the latest on new boosters for children.
All right, but first, this story here, that's a local story that's been making big national headlines now. The fallout continues after a now former San Antonio police officer was officially charged for shooting a teenager in a McDonald's parking lot.
So on your screen, that's 27-year-old James Brennan. He bonded out of jail after turning himself in last night. He's been charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant, which is a first-degree felony.
All right, and if you're watching us on the visual platforms, you could see this video here, the body cam video that San Antonio police released a few days ago. The victim there in that car is Eric Cantu. So his family has not spoken out publicly, but they did release a statement that read that he is still unconscious and on life support at the hospital. And San Antonio Police Chief William McManus said the 2 charges that we just mentioned are in connection with the shooting of not only Cantu, but also there was a passenger in the vehicle at the same time.
An arrest affidavit showed that investigators did not believe the use of deadly force was reasonable. And Brennan, the officer, was also not in clear danger. McManus said the charges could be upgraded if Cantu does not survive. And again, the family saying that Eric, the 17-year-old, is not doing well.
Yeah, and that family statement, all of it right now on our website. And we've seen yesterday there was a protest also in support of Eric Cantu and just the police force, the excessive police force. And we were saying earlier here that this is very rare to ever see this, where a police officer is charged like this and not even the union backing the officer in this case, because that video was pretty clear.
You know, the chief saying the video was horrific, to be exact. I mean, and just hearing, just seeing how it all played out, it is tough. But so that's the update there. The officer, the ex-officer, Brennan, bailed out.
Yeah. So that is something that actually kind of doing a little follow-up today for our later newscast. So that is something that we will continue to update as we go along here.
All right, so new boosters for children ages 5 to 11. This morning, the FDA authorized both Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna's boosters, which are designed to prevent the original virus that causes COVID-19, as well as the Omicron BA.4 and BA.5 variants.
Although the CDC has yet to approve this, it is expected to happen soon, which means the vaccines would quickly become available at area pharmacies and pediatrician offices.
So most pediatricians recommend that nearly all kids receive the 2-dose primary series as well as the booster.
That's right. And according to the FDA, children need to wait at least 2 months after a previous infection or COVID-19 vaccine to get the booster.
White House COVID-19 coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha is saying don't wait and urging people to get a bivalent booster shot by October 31st ahead of the holidays, and they are expecting a winter surge in cases.
Yeah, so this has been delayed for a while here, but obviously this is pretty big news for anyone who's interested in getting those booster shots for the youngest population here of children. And I think that's a great point right there. You think about a lot of things happening around the month of October. Obviously, families
Holiday
getting
season,
together for Thanksgiving, and it's going to be a very, very busy time. I know here we were giving out the flu shots earlier as well. So yeah, there's just a lot going on there.
All right, coffee can boost your mood, there's no doubt, but it can boost you to the sky, at least for Starbucks Reward members and Delta Air members. So Starbucks is partnering up with Delta Airlines.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So as if you needed another excuse for Starbucks coffee, shout out to McDonald's, they're my favorites there. Now users will be awarded 1 mile, this is cool, for every $1 spent at Starbucks. But first, you need to link your Starbucks rewards and Delta Sky Miles accounts.
So you'll need to do that by visiting, they have a special website, it's deltastarbucks.com. There you'll be required to input your full name and then the Sky Miles number. And of course, it gives you an option if you're not part of the Sky Miles rewards program, then you can sign up there.
Yeah, so this deal gets even sweeter. If you link before December 31st, you'll automatically get 150 Starbucks stars, okay, and 500 miles. That's awesome. And the partnership also offers travel day perks.
Do you use their rewards program, Starbucks? The stars?
No, I do not.
No, I try
see people
to.
do it all the time, though.
I try to. Like if you have a gift card and you load money on there, then you get usually 2 points for every $1 spent. If you just do it directly through the app, then it's 1 star for every $1 spent, I think. But I never use them. Anyways, so on days that members are scheduled to fly Delta, they'll earn double rewards points on their Starbucks orders.
All right. I like how you're working the system there. Kind of figuring out, a little bit how to get more bang for your buck there.
This is the thing. So I don't use like the miles things. Like I feel like it's just too much work.
Yeah.
But I just Googled how many airline miles do you need for a free flight. They start around 25,000.
Yeah. Well, I have the Southwest one, and that one's at least, even for like
no wonder
just a
people get
short
credit
flight.
cards.
Well, yeah, there you go. There's people that will just use their credit card and then pay it off just to get the miles there. But yeah, each rewards program I think has a lot of different benefits. So yeah, there's some good ways to kind of game the system. I'm a McDonald's man though, so.
Do they? Oh, I think they have on the app. You get it for $1. Look at us just promoting all these apps. Anyways, all right.
Okay.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos,
okay.
tacos.
So this is the age-old debate along up and down I-35. So who has better tacos, San Antonio or Austin? Well, a new list from Texas Monthly shows Austin may actually be stepping up its game a bit here.
That I don't doubt, but really I think Austin is the only one with a debate because we know that San Antonio takes
You don't think
that.
the RGV?
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, you just said San Antonio and Austin.
Yeah, well, definitely up and down 35.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I still think that San Antonio, I'm not going to say anything because, anyways. So Texas Monthly released a list of the top 25 new taco spots in Texas and San Antonio. In Texas, there we go. And San Antonio ended up with 5. Austin had 6.
So this is the way they did this. So these are new taquerias that have emerged since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
And I wonder if it is is it legit taquerias or is it because there's a difference.
Yeah. I think it is based on based on the author. So
Okay.
the author is Jose Ralat, and I know he's very much into this. So the ones that made the cut in San Antonio include El Pastor es mi señor, which
love
is
that.
popular. And then for its
hilarious.
chuletas and trompos. And then Naco 210 Mexican Eatery,
We
very
love
popular
them.
around here. And Chef Leo Davila's Sticks and Stone, have not heard of them.
What? Okay, so during the taco festival,
Throwdown?
the taco throwdown, that's the one that I judged for, right?
I think so.
Yeah, back in this. Anyways, Leo Davila's fusion was so good. That was my
They mentioned that,
absolute.
yes,
My mouth is
yeah.
watering just remembering about it. It was so good. Anyways, Seguin's Burnt Bean Company got some love from the magazine for its breakfast plates, menudo, and barbacoa.
Yeah, all right. So, but some Austin spots included here on this list were Con Todo and De Nada Cantina, which is in East Austin and emphasizes corn tortilla culture.
Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Do you
Mia,
have a
you had
favorite
some
taco
good?
spot
Yeah.
here in San Antonio? We don't care about it. I'm sorry.
I honestly love every taco
Nice.
spot. I seriously judge a taco spot on how well that they can do just a basic bean and cheese taco.
Oh.
You know,
go
I
with the
just that's the
classic.
classic.
Yeah,
if
the
you
classic.
can get the classics right, I imagine that all of your tacos are just fantastic.
Yeah.
What's your
tortillas.
Yeah, right.
It's,
Like,
it's
I
got to
mean,
be the
yeah,
tortilla.
it has to be
Have y'all
Fright.
been to Rolando's Super Taco? I think it's on Hildebrand.
Have
They
not
have
been there.
tacos that are, I mean, massive.
Probably
Yeah.
like a
I remember
burrito
going there,
size.
like in high school, we would
Yeah.
come up for breakfast and things
Yeah.
like that, and we would just love it. They have a million different combinations. It's cool. It's really cool.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely. And as we mentioned, all these new spots opening up here, so it's pretty cool stuff. Yeah. Look, you're right. We still
Yeah,
got them.
no doubt
can
about it.
try, but we still.
I'll always be on the San Antonio side whenever
sure,
it comes
for
to
sure,
that.
yeah.
Always. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
We've got an awesome.
How you
go.
doing after the
I'm
scare?
good.
Hold on, I know I'm like teasing ahead, but how are you doing after the scare at Fright Fest?
Y'all, people were asking me that
Yeah.
yesterday, and honestly, I still hadn't recovered. Like, I thought that I could do haunted houses, and I was so excited. I'm so glad I had Sarah, because I could not go by myself. Like, there's
Yeah.
just no way.
Yeah.
But now that we're done with that, I think I'm probably haunted housed out for
Yeah,
the
for
rest
this
of the
season.
year. Yeah.
We'll show you that video in a bit.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good time, for sure. Okay, today's trivia question. So it's a play on this day in weather history. What event out of these four choices occurred 21 years ago this day, October 12th, 2001? Was it a 2001 flood, severe weather outbreak, the big ice storm of 2001, or the 2001 South Texas wildfire? Disclaimer, not all of these are actually real events. So,
I was about to say, man, a lot of stuff happening on
Yep.
October 12th.
Yep, don't you worry,
2001.
don't you worry.
21 years ago?
21 years ago.
Hold on, why am I not doing my math right? I'm trying to figure out how old I was. Okay. Here in San
Thoughts?
Antonio?
Here in South Texas.
In South
In
Texas?
South Central Texas.
Oh, well then I'm gonna go with B.
Okay.
Okay, B.
Good choice. What about you, RJ?
You know what? I'm going to go with A. I know we had a big flood in 98. Oh my Lord, look
Well,
at that.
think about it.
would
Not
be.
the whole South is gonna flood.
I will
so-
say I was doing some
different.
research. There were some flooding events that happened in November of that year. So you're not totally.
I get a half credit.
Yes,
Yeah.
You're not
you get a
totally
half.
wrong, but you're not totally right either.
No, I'm totally wrong, pretty much, yes. That's
Yes,
pretty much
well,
what it
we
comes
had a
down
severe
to.
weather outbreak 21 years ago across the area. According to the National Weather Service, severe weather this day ended up spawning a total of 4 tornadoes, spelled tornadoes
Oh my
wrong,
gosh.
and straight line winds up to 100 miles per hour. Extensive damage found in Kerrville, Hondo, D'Hanis, and Savin.
Man, wow.
Pretty
okay,
crazy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
How is it that y'all are able to find this? Like, are there
So I will
archives
say,
for
yes,
weather?
the National Weather Service office in New Braunfels, they're in charge of the San Antonio area and the Austin area. They have a huge database
that's cool.
with all of these logged events that have happened in the past. So I mean, we like to check those on a regular basis
Yeah.
because I mean, there have been so many historic things that have happened, and this one might not be as historic as others, but you know, those still pretty
important.
significant.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
so thankfully today it is pretty quiet
Good.
out
Yeah.
there.
We're clear
Not
this October
expecting
12th,
severe
yeah.
weather, but it is definitely muggy out there. If you walked outside this morning, you felt the mugginess. We've got dew points in the 60s and 70s. We actually had some fog that was reported across our southeastern counties and closer to the coastal plains. Today's going to be hot, and it is going to be a bit muggy out there. We do have some changes that move in tonight and especially tomorrow with the first of 2 cold fronts that we currently have in the 7-day forecast. So you can see where that front currently is here this Wednesday morning. There are some storms across portions of Arkansas reaching up to the Ohio River Valley, portions of the upper Midwest, but for most of the state of Texas, we're pretty quiet. Do expect much of our area to stay that way. Unfortunately, with this first boundary that moves through tonight, we've got a 10% chance for maybe an isolated splash of rain, a stray shower to move in as we see this front push through the area. You can see that on the back side of this boundary tomorrow and into Friday, it's still going to be hot, hotter than average. We'll start off in the 60s, but really those daytime highs climbing into the low 90s here in San Antonio. It will be pretty breezy tomorrow as well, with some wind gusts upwards of about 20, maybe even 25 miles per hour at times. That also could make for some high fire danger conditions, especially since it is so dry. So just something to think about there for your Thursday. And then Friday, it's still hot, but we've got some slightly drier air mixing in over the next 24 to 48 hours after we see that boundary push through, but it doesn't last long. We will see some of that humidity return this weekend. The good news is, teasing ahead, we do have a second front that moves in Sunday night and early Monday. That looks to not only spark a better chance for some much needed rain and storms, but also that also looks to bring in some cooler fall air. We're talking maybe some highs in the 70s. So that would be amazing. Sarah Spivey is going to have all the details on that coming up at noon. But until we can get there, here's the rest of the day today. Again, we'll see the morning clouds that we had continue to scatter out, more sunshine, temperatures climbing into the low 90s. It's still going to be plenty warm out there. And then later tonight, we've got that 10% chance for maybe an isolated splash of rain before we see that front move through. But the second front, that's the good one. Prospects are looking a lot better for some better chances for rain and then that fall feel to move in. So fingers crossed. I'm excited about it.
We got some sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Right?
Yeah, for
Sweater
sure. For me,
weather coming up.
honestly, for me, it's acceptable to start wearing a sweater in Texas once it's like 80. You know?
Do it.
I mean,
yeah.
honestly,
Still warm, but you can still get away with it.
You need to like use them too if you have them.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I support that.
Okay.
Very nice.
Well, it is spooky season.
It is.
And Mia and Sarah went to Fright Fest, their haunted house.
Yeah, this is
I did
an
that
annual
last
thing.
year, but
Yeah, you did. You did. So this is their annual Fright Fest that they have going on there. A series of haunted houses, all sorts of different themes. And it looked like they had a pretty good time.
They have multiple, I don't know if a good time, it's a scary time. Absolutely hilarious. So if you're listening, you're tuning in to our episode today on podcast, I really urge you to go to our social media, KSAT News, or watch this because it is hilarious. Take a look.
Hey everyone, meteorologist Sarah Spivey here, and meteorologist Mia Montgomery, and we are at Six Flags Fright Fest. We're really excited. We're going to test out some haunted houses. Mia, this has become a tradition. Are you ready, girl?
I think I'm ready, but we're gonna find out for sure. Let's do it.
He's behind me. It's behind me.
It's pitch black.
Go. We can do it.
Pitch black.
Oh, I hear screams. I see a child.
There's something around the corner. There's something there.
Oh my gosh.
We got some lockers going on here.
There are lockers. Like a prom date gone bad.
Happy Halloween.
Okay.
That was good. Came out of nowhere. Okay, still behind us. Did we make it? Did we make it? Round 2. We got it. There's so many things. It's fake.
It's fake. Oh my God! It's like medicine maracas.
There's a lot going on in here. Okay, so that was pretty intense.
Yes, it was.
It was fun, but it was very intense. They've done a fantastic job with everything out here.
Absolutely. I'm really proud of you, Mia. Hey, guys, make sure to check out Fright Fest at Six Flags. It goes on through Halloween.
They get you. They come out of nowhere.
Screenshot's great. That screenshot's great at the end.
It was something.
Yeah.
It was something.
I don't have my earpiece on and I could still hear y'all scream. That's
I was
how
odd. I had
loud
to
it
put
was.
mine down, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like a lot of fun, though. I can't do clowns. That's the one thing that
Clowns
just
are
get me
pretty
out of there.
scary.
It's not
Yeah.
no feel for me.
They
Mia,
did
what
a
were
really
the
good job.
themes?
So the first one, we went in 2, and they had more than that.
Yeah.
Just for time, we just went into 2 of them. And the first one was kind of like a homecoming gone wrong. It was
Sure, we can all relate.
high school, and then the
saw
second
that
one
bit
was
too,
kind of like a
yeah,
hospital situation.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was very scary. I thought that I was 100% into haunted houses and I was ready to rock and roll,
Yeah.
and then now I think I'm probably good for the rest of the year.
And yeah, those are terrifying. My favorite moments are definitely when Sarah says, I see a child,
Yeah.
and then on the text string, there was no child. And then, of course, the funniest thing for me was when she did the Down with the Sickness song. That
Yeah.
and it was so funny because when I heard
Disturbed.
him do that, I was like, literally in my mind, I was like, it was just perfect. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was pretty
they
good.
did a good job with all of that. I mean, we went last week and it was just so comfortable outside,
Yeah.
and they had the park lit up so beautifully. I could have spent all night there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really cool atmosphere. If you like the haunted house,
If
thing,
you like it.
you know.
I will say that even though it did look terrifying, you just kept a smile on your face.
I was smiling through the
Pretty
pain.
much
through it.
Smiling through it. Don't worry, I
yeah.
was internally
Crying. Yeah,
panicking.
yeah.
But I'm glad that I had Sarah. I think by
Yeah,
the
just
time
to,
we were both done, like we had clutched onto each
Right.
other's
Yeah.
arms so much.
I was gonna ask who's going first there. Were you guys just kind of going back and
went
forth,
at the
just
same
kind of
time.
shuffling?
We
at the
literally
same
had
time,
a
trying to
front
figure it out?
and we just kept going. It was hard because that
Yeah.
light, was so bright in our faces. It honestly made it so hard to see anything
Yeah, it
else.
blinds you.
So and then these people were just coming up out of nowhere, and it was a little terrifying. But it was perfect for Halloween.
Yeah.
It was
Thanks
perfect
for the
Good times out
entertainment.
there. Yeah.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. Yes.
Those are
Your
always
screams,
fun.
your terror are our
All of
enjoyment.
the above.
For sure.
All of the above.
Spooky
Thank you,
season.
Mia. That looked like a lot of fun. A good time out there at Six Flags. I was going to say SeaWorld, but yeah, Six Flags Fright Fest. Good stuff there.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Have a good day.
Bye, y'all.